Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for starting off another week with me. It is, of course, Monday. In fact, it's the very last Monday of the month. That's right. It's the 27th day of the 7th month, and August will be here this Saturday. It will be here with some weather that's not necessarily what we always see in August. We've already been in the midst of summer temperatures and conditions for days and weeks now, but a cold front and a few other systems, it's going to change all of that. We're going to knock 10 degrees or so right off of daytime highs for the next several days. And shower and storm chances, possibly some strong and severe, will also be a part of your outlook for the foreseeable future. We'll talk about coronavirus state and on the local level as well, and on the very local level briefly tonight. I've also got the seeds story. I had to kind of do a little research on this, and in fact, it got so serious that our state agriculture commissioner earlier today made a statement about these seeds from China that are just showing up in people's mailboxes. It's a real thing. I'll tell you the real threat or potential one in just a few moments, as will our commissioner of agriculture, and a lot of other news and information. Let's go ahead and begin with the coronavirus on the state level, as was expected. After remarks he made late last week and over the course of the weekend, Governor Beshear today issuing another round of guidelines and mandates in regards to trying to stop the escalating spread of the coronavirus here in Kentucky. He actually met with Dr. Deborah Birx, who's with the White House Coronavirus Task Force, and other health officials personally over the weekend as they discussed Kentucky's status currently and how it is dangerously close to becoming almost the same status that we are seeing in other states such as Florida and Texas and the like. So with that, the governor saying today that, quote, it was time to do what was necessary, that he was in significant agreement with federal health officials, Dr. Birx and others that I just referred to, in an effort to keep Kentucky from being the next Texas or Florida. Florida has very well now passed New York as the state with the most cases. Many southern states seeing well over 1,000 cases of coronavirus reported a day. The state of Texas saw 1,000 deaths in just a 6-day time frame. And federal officials, after discussing with Kentucky, have suggested, as did the governor, that Kentucky takes extra steps to not be Florida or Texas, who just weeks before they got to where they are now had very similar numbers to what Kentucky has at this time. And the governor referring to those continued escalating numbers, also referring to even some pictures from some places over the course of just this past weekend in downtown Lexington, where hundreds of people were gathering at local bars and places of that like, no masks, and no real indicator that they believed that there was a real threat from the coronavirus.
Knowing that this is happening is going to require steps that we have seen in other cases. So on Sunday, we had Dr. Deborah Birx, who is the response coordinator for the White House Coronavirus Task Force. And if you can put that up, we had some very candid discussions. The first is that they and we agree that with over 74 counties in their red or yellow zone, that this virus is now escalating and spreading so much statewide that statewide action is necessary. That's the position of the Trump administration. That's the position of this state government. It's every expert on the federal level and on our state level that believes at this moment that there are too many counties out there where this virus is escalating, and as Dr. Birx has talked about, people traveling in between them. They've looked at the data on that, but we see it. We know just because you live in one county doesn't mean that you don't work in another one. And your place of business may have different employees, different vendors coming in and out from many other counties. None of us live in a county where the only people who interact are simply from that county. We also agree on steps that have to be taken. So the White House believes and has the modeling to show that 4 steps are necessary for a state that is escalating. They are the steps that they recommended in Texas and Arizona, And they are the steps that both they and we believe that if we take right now, we cannot become a Florida, a Texas, an Arizona. Remember, when your cases hit that level, significant death follows. I don't want to be a state where casket makers are running out of their caskets that they're loading on 18-wheelers to come to us. That's happening right now in other states. I don't want to be a state that has to order one of these freezer trucks because our morgues run out of space. I don't want to be a state that runs out of ICU beds and one of your loved ones doesn't have space. I don't want to be a state where a doctor has to look at 10 young people knowing they have 3 ventilators and make a decision in possibly who lives and who dies. By taking action right now, we can keep all of that from happening.
And the actions that the governor announced today were listed in 4 parts, with actually the first 2 already being implemented by the state some days ago. The White House and the state recommending the statewide mask mandate, which the governor put into effect on July the 10th, and also, as the governor put into effect on July the 20th, limiting social, non-commercial gatherings, backyard gatherings, if you will, to 10 people or less instead of 50, which was where it had been taken up to for a few weeks before we started to see an escalation in numbers of the coronavirus. So the statewide mask mandate, which was already in place, 10 people or fewer at any type of a non-commercial gathering. But the 2 new actions taken will start tomorrow. All Kentucky bars have been ordered closed for 2 weeks, and the matter will be reassessed thereafter. Also, in regards to restaurant capacity for those which have opened up their dining areas, that will be reduced to a 25% capacity. Of course, the restaurants had worked their way up to a 50% capacity inside dining areas, now taking it back to 25%. Outdoor seating can still remain at 100% if there is room for proper social distancing. And lastly, in regards to the opening of schools, the governor is suggesting that all school systems wait until at least the 3rd week of August to start any in-person classes. Now, for a lot of school systems like McGoffin County, that really has no effect, as McGoffin County's school start date isn't until the 1st week in September on the 8th. A lot of other school systems already waiting until the last week of August or the 1st week of September, but that does affect some schools. And all of this, of course, to be looked at after we see the numbers that come in for the next 2 weeks. And in today's numbers statewide, the governor also said that those numbers today included 6 new child care facilities, which have been added to the list of those with positive cases. In these 6 staff and 5 children testing positive. He announced another 522 cases of the coronavirus today, and a positivity rate that is still increasing, now standing at 5.58%. Today's 522 cases also included 21 children under the age of 5, one as young as 11 days old, and also the announcement of 9 deaths of Kentuckians related to the coronavirus. I'll have your local coronavirus numbers for today and some other news in just a moment. Oh, it's what a lot of you have been waiting for. They're back, but only for a limited time. Loaded potato wedges at your Sagersville Lee's famous recipe. That's right, our famous hand-cut homemade potato wedges smothered in cheddar cheese, real crispy bacon, topped with either sour cream or ranch, your choice. And they're still only $2.49 with tax. Get them while you can at your Sagersville Lee's. Summer heat and no AC make for a miserable drive. But don't sweat it. Call Black Smoke Performance in Sagersville for inspection, diagnostics, and repair by qualified technicians with the latest technology and equipment. Don't suffer in the summer heat. Get your air conditioning fixed today at Black Smoke Performance. First, it was pennies, and now it's everything. Because of the pandemic, most banks haven't been able to order their weekly amount of coins for weeks. And without all of the fundraisers and activities going on, a lot of that change that would normally be in circulation isn't. So the Sagersville National Bank says now is a great time to help out and cash in. bring your coins to either drive-thru, or if you've got a lot, call ahead to give them to someone at the door and help your local businesses. And remember, you can pay all of your bills and practically do all of your banking on their mobile and online services, and all inside and lobby services are still available by appointment at Sayersville National Bank. All Pro understands that we are all just trying to make it through these most difficult of times, and they want you to know that they're here to help with any repairs or projects that you need done. Big or small, doesn't matter. They've got 0% financing for 18 months and long-term financing if you need it. If you need anything from a new gutter to a new house or a new garage, call All Pro Gutter Works and Construction, 349-9999.
Wheeling out of Kingsport in the middle of the night. We was playing country music, treating people right. When the amplifiers are cooled down, the guitars put away. I put that Vic in the hammer lane, and this is what I'll say. Well, that road is long, and my country music, treating people right.
I started receiving some calls over the course of the weekend about seeds coming to Kentucky from China. If anyone out there sees personally this, receives those, or knows someone in their family or circle that does, please let me know. We would like to add that to the report. But the situation has already gotten large enough to garner the attention of our state's Agriculture Commissioner, Dr. Ryan Quarles, who is issuing this warning to all of us in Kentucky to not certainly do anything and certainly not plant these seeds, which are showing up, they're unknown in their nature, from China.
This is Kentucky Commissioner of Agriculture, Dr. Ryan Quarles. Kentucky is now the fourth known state to have reports of foreign seeds being shipped unsolicited to fellow Kentuckians. These foreign seeds appear in most cases to have originated from China. It is incredibly important that if you receive a package of foreign or unfamiliar seeds, you report it immediately to the Kentucky Department of Agriculture. At this point in time, we don't have enough information to know if this is a hoax, a prank, an internet scam, or an act of agricultural bioterrorism. But what we do know is this: unsolicited seeds could be invasive and introduce unknown diseases to local plants, harm livestock, or threaten our environment. If you have received such a package, do not, let me repeat, do not plant the seeds and contact us immediately at the Kentucky Department of Agriculture. Simply put the seeds in an airtight bag and contact us at 502-573-0282 or email us at ag.web@ky.gov. We do not know what they are, and we cannot risk any harm whatsoever to agricultural production in the United States. We have the safest, most abundant food supply system in the world, and we need to keep it that way.
As I understand, packets of seeds like these just showing up in the mailboxes of Kentuckians and people in at least 3 other states, which may be harmless, which may very well be not. Further testing, of course, is still underway, but right now, again, you're asked to just simply put them into a Ziploc bag and then wash your hands immediately, and then immediately after that, contact our Kentucky Department of Agriculture. And after you do all that, please contact us and let us know that you have. Next year, McGoffin Farm Bureau Community Calendar, I think a couple of special announcements will start it off tonight. Yeah, a birthday wish to follow this anniversary wish, which was sent in for Friday, which I just didn't get to. My apologies. So a belated happy 10th anniversary to Amy and Adam Mann, celebrating 10 years on Friday, July the 24th. Happy happy belated 10th anniversary to you both. I got a birthday wish, as I said tonight, going out to Shauna Sharp. Happy birthday, Shauna. Several friends, family, loved ones all called, left messages saying wish you the best. Here it is. Happy birthday today to Shauna Sharp. Happy birthday, Shauna. We hope you've had a great one today. And we hope everyone remembers that the Sagersville Grade School is taking applications for kindergarten registration, if you will, now ongoing. If you have any questions, call the school at 349-3411. And a quick reminder that our McGoffin County Farmers Market is open Tuesdays and Fridays, 3 to 6 at its temporary location this season, which is at the McGoffin County Extension Office on 114 due to getting ready for construction at the lower end of town. Our calendar is here for you each and every weeknight, 6 and 11. You have something you want everyone to know, tell me and I'll tell them about it. Nightly obituaries brought to you, of course, by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. And we only had a partial listing on Friday, but now services which were announced over the weekend for 65-year-old Wiley Joseph, who was laid to rest earlier today here in Sagersville, son of the late Coachy and Fanny Reisner Joseph. Wiley is survived by two daughters, Miranda Joseph and Amanda Hurst, their mother, Kathy Arnett Joseph, two brothers, Tommy Joseph and Bobby Joseph, sister Anetha Dixon, and 5 grandchildren. Once again, services held earlier today in the honor of Wiley Joseph, 65, of Sagersville. And the McGoffin County Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements for 78-year-old Pastor Robert Lee Rob Shepherd of Sagersville, who passed away Saturday, survived by daughter Mary Rose, brother Lacey Bailey, sister Kathy Bailey, and 5 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren. In addition to his parents, Pastor Robert is preceded in death by his wife, Margaret Bailey Shepherd. And funeral services will be held in his honor tomorrow morning at 11 from the Church of the Eternal God. Burial follows at the Oxshire Bailey Cemetery. Visitation continues the rest of this evening. Tire in Staffordsville is now a proud partner of Rough Country for all of your suspension and lift kit applications. And you can always go to conleytire.net to get the latest offers. Like right now, $100 when you buy a set of Mickey Thompsons, $100 on a set of Continentals, and many, many more summer deals, including $35 computer diagnostics. That's Conley Tire in Staffordsville, 297-2424. Come to Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville and get your prescriptions filled, your over-the-counter medications, and immune system boosters, all from the safety and comfort of your own vehicle, either in their drive-thru or with their new curbside service. You can also call ahead or just download the MyGNP app, that's Good Neighbor Pharmacy, and refill and manage your prescriptions right from your device, helping you and yours stay healthy and safe. Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville, 349-4400. The seasonal shop is open, and they're still doing curbside pickup, so you can call and place orders, and they'll still bring them out to you. And inside, you'll find all new merchandise throughout the entire store, all new spring and summer women's clothing from Charlie Page and Mud Pie, accessories, jewelry, shoes, and bags too, casual outfits for everyday or special occasion outfits and dresses. And if you've been home a lot and really want to freshen up your decor, they have so much to choose from, and they're happy to give you any fresh ideas that you might need. And just in, a large selection of Simply Southern and Candleberry at Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville. Car accidents don't stop. Accidents at work don't stop. Disability and SSI cases don't stop. Your legal needs and concerns don't stop for the coronavirus, and neither does McFarland and Tinker. They are open, able to schedule appointments per CDC guidelines, and always available for telephone and video conferences. Please, be safe, be smart, stay home, and don't let your legal needs fall victim to the pandemic. call McFarland and Tinker and let them take care of them for you. Now, for an update on local coronavirus cases, I just got off the phone with Mayor Pete Shepard, our public health director, who says that we have no new cases to report in Magoffin County as of today, which might come certainly as good news, but also surprising news given the large number of positive cases that were reported here in Magoffin County over the course of the past week. Well, more than doubling where we stood more than a week or just a little less than a week before that. To date, he says 1,165 Magoffin Countyans have been tested, 1,142 negative. Out of that, 7 tests are pending and 16 positive cases, which is, of course, what we had for our count on Friday. 9 of those are said to be isolated, 7 are said to be recovering. Also on Friday's program, I had Mr. Shepard via the internet in an interview updating us on the daily count at that time, which included 2 new positive coronavirus cases. As he informed us in that interview, those 2 cases were related to each other, but unrelated to any previous positive cases that had been reported. He also indicated to us that it was determined that both of those positive cases stemmed from a wedding ceremony and or venue from several days prior. Now, what I knew at that time was that Lacey, our Lacey, was one of those positive cases. However, in covering it, just as though we've covered every other positive case, we left it at that. However, Lacey decided that it was best to go ahead and make it known publicly on Friday evening, which is allowing me just to give you a few more details to share before I leave you tonight. So, she was a member of a wedding party over the course of last weekend, and that was on Saturday evening. The very following day, a member of the wedding party, which is not from here, started showing signs and symptoms and was tested on Monday, and I believe those test results came back on Wednesday, and of course that resulted in anyone who had any contact with that person in the party being notified that they had possibly been exposed. Lacey was tested on Wednesday. Her positive came back on Thursday, and of course she has been in isolation since. That also has resulted in myself, members of the family, being quarantined, myself and Angie and Andrew, which to date everyone in the family has been tested, or everyone that has been tested, I should say, has come back negative and are showing no signs or symptoms. And we'll all go back for another round of testing here very, very soon, possibly as soon as tomorrow. The bottom line is that, you know, there's a lot of speculation. Is it real? Is it dangerous? Is it not? Well, I can just tell you my first-hand account. Lacey was symptomatic. Flu-like symptoms, very, very low-grade fever, but also very tired, very lethargic for a few days. The loss of sense of taste and possibly smell, I think, was also another symptom. But she is doing very well at this hour. Nearly symptom-free, I do believe. She was tested again today, still tested positive, which was just done just as a formality, as other members of the family were tested today, all of which come back negative thus far. But nevertheless, the very best case scenario that we could have had is indeed this. I have a child who contracted it. Some other people that she knows also contracted it as well. Some asymptomatic, some symptomatic, but the fear of not knowing is simply overwhelming, not knowing to the extent that your child is going to be sick. I have family members who live in other states and not from here who have been very, very bad off and seriously sick with the coronavirus, and I sit here every day and read the stories from healthcare providers and others all over this country, and it is a great, great fear once that it actually makes its way into your household, not knowing if it's going to affect you, your parents, your family, and those who are maybe more susceptible to such an illness without really knowing it. So please, everyone, wear your mask for 30 days. Let's just, if nothing else, to get this over with so we can all go on with our lives and everything will continue on. We consider ourselves very fortunate that this has turned out, what appears to be turning out, at least in this nature at this time, when you just never know. It's been on this planet in this form for less than a year, 8 months or so, so no one out there, I don't care who you are, no one out there knows exactly the extent of this virus or what it may do to anyone long term. So take it very serious. That's all I can ask of everyone. And then take some time to see your weather forecast, because that's where we're going next. And you want to take time to keep your eye on it throughout the week, as we will with you, because we are in for the possibility of some strong and severe storms before this week's over. Nothing to show you on local radar right now. I can't say we won't get in on a few light showers, possibly some thunderstorms before 1, but right now the bulk of everything well to our north and up in Indiana and around Indianapolis, man, they're getting hammered right now. But we've just seen a few very sparse, scattered, isolated showers in parts of eastern Kentucky, and as I said, nothing on the radar as of right now. And as you saw just a few seconds ago, blue and partly cloudy skies outside. We will see tonight around a low of 70 degrees and mostly cloudy skies. Clouds will increase to mostly cloudy tonight. Winds west southwest 3 to 5 on average, maybe up to 15-mile-per-hour gusts tonight. That's out and ahead of a front that will really be in town tomorrow. Check it out, daytime highs right around 83 for your Tuesday, and the shower and storm chances go up to 60-70% tomorrow. So mostly cloudy, 83, and shower and storm chances mainly after 3 o'clock tomorrow, I think, is when they really should or could fire off. And then we'll see those same chances all the way through 8, 9, 10 tomorrow night, and lingering thereafter as well as this cold front makes its way through. We'll go down to about 64 tomorrow night. So keep your eye on the possibility for some stormy weather tomorrow, certainly mid-late afternoon, I think. And then Wednesday, temperatures will perk up to about 87 degrees. With that, partly sunny skies, but still a 30% chance of some showers and thunderstorms, mainly in the afternoon after 2 o'clock, or maybe afternoon and up until about 2 or 4. That looks to be the main window on Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday night, though, still a small threat of some showers and storms, mostly cloudy skies. And then another bigger round returns Thursday, 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms as the next system rolls through. Thursday, another day to really keep our eye on the weather. Friday, look at that. When's the last time? I tried to do the research, I didn't have time. When's the last time we had a daytime high in the 70s? That's what we've got staring at us for this Friday. 79, mostly cloudy. Still, showers and storms for your weekend. Low 80s, upper 60s for highs and lows. Some sun, but still some storm and shower chances for Saturday and for Sunday and for Monday of next week as well. That's going to wrap it up for tonight. Thank you all. I'll see you back here tomorrow night. A lot of news that we're already working on. And, of course, another edition of the Saggeville Independent just around the corner. We'll talk about it next time. Thank you for watching.